There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome.
Take two.
We're back with Ren and Ladonia to do some more Stormblood story because we're out of side quests. At least I don't. I see a lot of blues, but I know we don't want to do them, so.
Yeah, well.
Are we ready for this, or do we want to wait for the regulars to show?
Give them a minute or two.
We had a very pleasant day today. We went down to downtown Campbell and went to Steepers, and I was able to get some of my favorite loose leaf black tea in bulk, so it cost me a pretty penny, but oh man, is it gonna last.
Hi, Doodles. Hi, Drago. How much of that Kenilworth did you get?
I got 12 ounces.
Okay. So, like, 3/4 of a pound?
Yep, and it filled up my dry container that I was originally using for the Tenrin green tea about 2/3 of the way up, so I could have gotten a little more if I wanted to. Hello,
Okay.
Drago. Good to see you here.
Yeah, that package of the Tenrin you got that overflowed it, how much was that by weight?
That was 2 pounds.
No wonder it overflowed. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
It was 2 pounds of tea for $20.
Mm-hmm. And at that price, certainly was not bad at all.
It was good generic restaurant tea. The stuff I got this time
Fair
is
enough.
the Court Lodge from Sri Lanka, where the seller I bought it from works directly with the different tea estates to have it imported. So it's a little more pricey, but the money is going to estates that practice good policy for their employees and their quality. So it's like, okay, yeah, it's practically a little more than double the price, but I'm getting a higher quality tea for it.
Mm-hmm. And how long did Baron say the lady said they'd been there?
About 12 years or so.
12 years, okay. That was one of the two numbers I was thinking of, and I couldn't remember which one was right.
The other thing that's news is that it is somebody's birthday today.
Ooh!
It's Ladonia's birthday! So happy birthday, you old fart.
Old farts of Eorzea.
Indeed.
Yeah, we're just finishing up a celebratory dessert.
Cold Stone ice cream.
Mm-hmm. First time we've been in Cold Stone in ages.
Man, they were loud.
Yeah, they were busy. They were loud because of busy because of loud. And you're trying to cut me off.
Sorry.
I'm still flying one-handed.
It was hilarious. While we were there at Cold Stone, someone was there with their corgi dog, who was very well behaved. He was being a very good boy. Actually, we need to go up top. I keep mixing this up with the quest that's down there that we've already done. And the owner was holding it on its back with its little feet in the air, and it was just kind of looking around like, really, dude? Can we get over and out? It's kind of loud here. Fine. Boss says stay here, so I'll stay here like a limp biscuit.
Yes. Okay, Lise.
It was adorable. Little Harebrand was always your Stolas domain, so I haven't spent much time here, to be honest. I spoke with Eorzea yeah, and Alphino. I spoke with Eorzea and Thancred along the way. To say they were surprised by our stratagem would be something of an understatement, but they did not dispute its logic. Alfie? Hello, Orca!
Blue Alice. Dataru should be here any moment with our ship's captain.
So, we're going by sea after all. Is Merlweb lending us the pick of the Crimson Fleet? Oh, you wish.
Not hardly. Not exactly. You are right, inasmuch as we will be traveling by sea. Regrettably, it is simply not feasible for an airship to travel such a distance without impossibly large fuel reserves, to say nothing of the inevitability of running afoul of the Empire's aerial defenses. But then, it is equally infeasible to sail an Eorzean alliance vessel halfway around the world without the Empire taking notice.
That is a problem.
Which leaves us with only one other option. Ah, speak of the devil.
Sorry to keep you waiting. May I present to you Captain Carvalin of the Kraken's Arm?
I was going to say, I recognize that outfit.
Remember, he's a spice trader who goes to the Far East.
Yes. Well, we're going to the Far East. Just call us Spice.
The Kraken's Arms? Don't tell me you made a deal with pirates.
Okay, we won't tell you. Greetings and salutations, Scions. I take it from your comrade's tone you no longer wish to proceed with her proposed arrangement. Not at all, Captain. Pray forgive my sister her outburst. She has ever been one to speak her mind. I, on the other hand, am the very soul of discretion, as many well-respected personages would attest, from the offices of the Admiral to the high houses of Ishgard.
Did we just strike a nerve?
Ah, but where was I? Oh yes! The Scions of the Seventh Dawn do indeed still wish to employ your services. However, it is important that you are aware of certain extenuating circumstances. And intent on securing passage to the Far East, you came to us, knowing us to be the proud purveyors of said region's finest spices.
Yes. Which you steal from God-fearing merchants out on the high seas.
Whatever privateering the Kraken's Arms may or may not engage in is strictly within the limits of the law, as set forth by our indefatigable leader of the peace. More to the point, we are pragmatists. I see considerable risk in aiding your cause and negligible profit. Uh-oh. Dataru smiled.
We're in trouble now.
Or he is.
Well,
Erica.
Well, I for one think the captain has a point. The five seas can be extremely treacherous, and many poor, unfortunate souls have come to grief out there on the waves. Why, when we were in Idgard, I heard the tragic tale of how the heir of House Durandare vanished at sea.
Oh yeah, he's in trouble.
Even now, 20 years later, the poor Count remains convinced his son still lives and would pay a sultan's ransom for news of his whereabouts.
Truly a tragedy for the ages, and a testament to the misfortunes that may befall us should we act without due consideration. But so long as you are prepared to abide by the capricious whims of fate, I'm willing to oblige you this once. That said, In light of the recent rebellion, I trust you understand that I cannot deliver you to Doma itself. I can take you only as far as to Gane in Hingashi. We will require time to procure sufficient provisions and make ready for departure. I humbly suggest you do the same. And for those who have not been here earlier, yeah, that was the lost son of House Durandare.
Yeah, this was pretty much the quest that confirmed it, but there were hints all through Heaven's Word.
Yes.
If you were paying attention, this did not get pulled out of thin air.
No.
Unfortunately, you won't see the conclusion of it on our stream because it actually is involved in... excuse me. A custom delivery quest that happens during the Ishgard restoration.
That's right.
But they do actually address it. It isn't something they've pulled out of their hat for this one occasion, and it's not something that's concluded by this one occasion. Even though if you're just following the main story, that's all it looks like.
Yeah.
That poor boy has only seen 14 summers when he left Ishgard. Can you imagine what it must have felt like to finally be free to explore the world, unbeholden to all the stuffy traditions of the Holy See? Such a shame that he never returned home. Without him, Count de Durandare must look elsewhere for a successor, and the good Lord Jandequard is one step closer to being the next in line. Oh God, Jandequard! You have not met him on screen.
Yeah.
He is special, quote unquote.
Yes.
He's one of the guys you deal with if you go and take the astrologian line.
Yes. Raylia has recently had dealings with him. He's actually a good guy, but, wow.
He's a good guy, but he really plays up the playboy personification and kind of dwarfish idiot.
Yes. Upper class twit.
Yeah, kind of along those lines. I'm not sure
It's the role he plays, at least.
Yeah. I'm not sure what just happened. I could have sworn he was about to turn away, but then he changed his mind? That's okay, Lise. You don't need to know. Blackmail, is it? This is a dangerous game the two of them are playing. What guarantee do we have that Caliban won't just throw us overboard? Because Caliban's actually a very smart and decent guy.
Not to mention, Tataru, who's holding the blackmail over him, won't be on board.
Yeah.
Suddenly, all those hours Tataru passed cavorting and capering at the Forgotten Night seem rather better spent, do they not? That said, I had intended to press the point more obliquely, and there was something disconcerting about the pleasure Tataru took in making Captain Carvalian squirm.
She was feeling her Ulda roots.
Mm-hmm. Tales from the Far East. Alphino is thinking of ways you might pass the time. And this is fending, maiming, striking, and scouting. So either maiming or fending for me. Let me take a quick look. So 240 and 225. I'll want the Dragoon first. I say we should heed the captain's advice and attend to our own preparations while they ready the vessel for departure. Tataru and I will procure the necessary supplies. Alize, I should be grateful if you would use the time to brief Urianje on recent developments. You may also wish to review the relevant safety procedures in the event of an emergency at sea.
How very prudent of you. Very well, I shall go speak with them. What of Rena and Lise?
I would like the two of you to return to Revenant's Toll and speak with our Doman allies. I fear we know too little of their homeland, and any information they can provide would be most welcome. When we have agreed our respective tasks, we will reconvene here at the ferry docks. Agreed?
Sounds like a plan. Let's go, Rena.
And they ignore the birthday crew.
Alex was stomping mad there. So back to Revenant's Toll.
Yep. Because it's not main story if you aren't shuttling all over the place.
Well, they do kind of purposely lead you around through Maiden Story, but yeah. And having a talk with our Doman allies is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Though contrary from what you said earlier, I do think Tataru comes with us.
She has to at some point, that's true. I'm not sure if she's on this voyage or not. And I was kind of thinking, yeah, she is in Doma or in Kagane at some point, right after I said that. So I can't exactly argue the point. But it would be good insurance. If I never see my friends again, you get to see Ishgard again.
Mm-hmm. And the ferry back to the mainland.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's one thing that was kind of missing in Dawn Trail that we didn't get.
Okay.
They were so interested in trying to have a clean slate, they kind of left behind a lot of the foreshadowing and slow burn plot stuff.
Well, they went in different directions with it. I mean, the big thing that they're trying out here is all centered around Xenos.
Yeah.
One of the entire points is you finally meet someone who is truly and utterly better than you as the Warrior of Light.
Yeah, but a lot of the slow burn stuff, like the entire story behind Cavalli and the fact that they've been dripping that out for practically 2 expansions if you were paying attention to the side quests.
Yeah. Now, some of it is just, they are indeed, opening up an entire new area, the other end of the world, practically. Mm-hmm. So the character connections get a little more tenuous. Of course, the other thing that I am noticing more this time that actually ties in with one of your complaints is the fact that if you look at what's going on, they are very carefully constructing Lise coming to terms with what does she really want to be doing right now.
Mm-hmm. That I had no problem with.
Now, it still does have some problems simply because it is a little more of a clean break with the character that you've known as Ida all this time.
Mm-hmm.
But for where she's going now and everything, it isn't just, kind of going there for plots, and they are very carefully constructing, and these are the things that are shaping why she starts wanting to do this. Now, she's basically come home and seen what the Guardians have done, and it is slowly ratcheting up her desire to do something.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, my main complaint about it, I don't dare talk about right now because it'd be a spoiler.
Right. But we will get there.
We will get there. Maybe in a year.
Oh god, I hope it's a little less than that.
Well, we only do this an hour and a half once a week.
No!
Time flies when you're having fun. Just like Eorzea here. Quick way!
Eorzea flies when she's having fun?
When you're ready, Lisa's here.
Never fear, Lisa's here.
Doesn't quite work.
Yeah, well, they can't all be winners.
Well, here we are. We need to talk to a lot of people, so I think we should split up. I'll ask around the House of Splendors. You take the Rising Stones. I'll meet you here after. Got it? Oof.
Got it.
Okay, just checking. The Wandering Mensel does not want to sing in our ears. This is a good day.
Yes. He
always takes things out of context. Here we go. Isildare.
If Doma knows peace in our time, I should like to see it with my own eyes. Perhaps partake of these hot springs Homai tells me of as well.
Yes, indeed. Homai?
You're truly planning to travel to Doma. I do not know what to say. Forgive me. I shall aid you to the best of my ability. Ours is a beautiful land, nestled in the eastern coast of Uthard. Along the banks of the One River, our nation thrived. Proud and free until the Garlands came 25 years ago. The river was our lifeblood, free to travel and to fish. But travel was soon restricted, and now the river belongs to none.
The problem with that, Orca, while it is a good idea, that means Fry will never actually get their stuff leveled.
I'm getting there.
Glare.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Homai has more to say.
He does?
Yes.
Yeah. Right, the post-quest version. I remember sitting on the banks of the One River as a child, watching the fishing boats drift by. But now the One River is closed to all. The moon gates open for none.
Ooh.
Yes, that's a plot point.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten that one.
Efime? Tataro's entrusted me with the remainder of her responsibilities here in her absence. Should you require aught, pray do not hesitate to ask. Greetings, Rena, Ladonia. What brings you to the toll this day? What? You are from Doma? Heavens, you scions have shown us naught but kindness, but never in my wildest dreams did I imagine you would fight for our homeland. Did I miss something? No, I did not. It gave me a double-click sound, so I wanted to check.
Right.
For 25 years, we have suffered under their tyranny. Then, we spied an opportunity. The Emperor dead, Garlemald in chaos. It seemed the time was ripe. Beneath our Lord's banner, we gathered and fought to reclaim our nation. But when Xenos arrived and the 14th Legion, it was over in an instant. Sorry, 12th Legion.
Yes.
He owns the 12th. Lord Can was...
Which is why you get more FF12 references out east.
Lord Can was a good man who cared only for his people. Though it pained him to kneel to Garlemald, he did so for our sake. And for our sake, he would willingly have endured the ignominy for another 25 years, had we not besieged him to act. But we convinced him that we could win, and we could defeat Xenos and the Empire. And our failure, he paid the ultimate price. Also, right now it's technically not a content drought, it's just there's content in the game that we are refusing to do.
Yes. And there's plenty of things we're still working through. I mean, we have a lot of Wachumeki to get through.
Yes, we do.
And the societies to catch up on.
And the moon just hit their final stage yesterday.
Yeah, we will need to show that off tomorrow night. It looks a lot different.
Dewari?
Alright, that would be me. Naught would bring me greater joy than to join you on your journey. However, Lady Yugiri made it clear we would remain here and safeguard the community we have built.
Hosan.
What is it, my friends? You look as though you have something to ask. That you go to join Yugiri and Gosetsu in the fight fills me with such joy. Forgive my exuberance. You require information, yes?
Yes.
Yes. We of the Nage clan have served Doma faithfully for generations. My ancestors held positions within Doma Castle even. Now it is home to the Imperial Viceroy's witch and her host of men and Magitek.
Viceroy's witch.
Yep. Though, I think most people would probably prefer a B instead of a W there.
Now, when he says witch, he was saying it very much with a B.
Yeah. To think that what was once the shining symbol of our heritage, the seat of our dear Lord Kayan, has become a den for Garlean dogs.
And checking with Jose again.
Doma was all but wiped from the face of Uthard. Only Doma Castle, seat of our Lord and symbol of all that we were, was spared the wages of war. Yet for the blessing that is, the thought of that witch and her sycophants claiming it as for their own fills me with unspeakable anger. Okay.
So we have a second person to contend with. The Viceroy's regent. And we have to deal with the moon gate that's blocking the One River.
Yeah. There will be a quiz in a couple of levels.
Ah, there you are. Learn anything interesting? The older Domans I spoke with tried to teach me about the Far East customs and the importance of formality and politeness. I like to think that Eorzeans can be just as stiff and stuffy as anyone, especially Shgardians. But anyway, did you know that they eat with sticks? It wasn't all that hard, actually, or at least that's what I thought until they told me I was holding them wrong. And then when I spoke with the younger Domans, they just rolled their eyes and told me it was all a load of stupid old... Huh? Wow. What you learned sounds a lot more useful. Unless someone invites us for dinner, of course. I hope they do.
You just want to see us fumble with the chopsticks.
Dang straight! The problem is we'd actually probably be pretty good with the chopsticks.
Let's see. Those are to be taken care of. List. Okay.
Okay, hold on a sec.
Not without it. Oh, you still sorting out your...
Yes.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's a good point. Eating, so dancer. And that's
Healing.
the equal of what I'm wearing.
It looks like I'm doing healing. Okay.
Healing, casting... 240... 210. Okay, it'll be healing. Sounds like healing for both of us?
Yep.
Healings, nothing more than healings.
Oh, that healing's feeling.
Not without incident. Please thinks it is time you return to Lemza Lumenza.
Right, no point in waiting around here, is there? We should head back to Lemza Lumenza. Alphino said to meet him at the ferry docks, I think. All aboard the Eorzea Express!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did go to the moon this afternoon on Thamin Rylea. Got our next tool set level. We're 2 away.
Yeah. Now, is it 2 or 3? I mean, yeah, it'll be 90 and then 100. But does the 100 immediately go to high end?
Well, we're gonna find out.
Yeah. Eventually. Of course, over the last couple of days, of course, last night I leveled Astrolution again.
Yes, you did. Couple times, actually, didn't you?
I think so. Only once last night, but I think there was another level before that during the day. And of course, Leatherworker is hit 100 now.
And now my sinuses are going crazy.
Yeah, mine were going kind of crazy a little bit ago.
Why does it have to pick on air to pull this?
It knows.
And there's old
Kind of
Bob.
lusty today.
Yeah, dust storm. Dust storms.
Mm-hmm. Man, the further draw distances are so nice. I think they'd dismantle that Gurlian fort at some point.
Nope. Well, technically right now it's still occupied.
I know. Gurlians go home.
More like Gurlian's abandoned.
Yeah.
Black screen of death. Ladonia looks like she's sliding off your chat box block. Poor girl.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my setup is a little bit off.
That's okay. It happens.
Been meaning to get to it.
Alice? An army marches on its stomach. Tatara took that lesson to heart. Oh dear. It's times like this I'm glad we've got Tataru taking care of business. Tataru, what did you do?
Taking care of business.
A selfage of scrumptious foods, wonder centuries, and plenty of clean undergarments. Yes, I do believe we have everything we need for a lengthy voyage.
You're returned, Rena. Ladonia. I trust you learned much from our Doman friends in Revenant's Toll. I am eager to hear all, though that can wait until we have left port. We will have time enough to talk on our journey to Kugane. Our spice trading friends have completed their preparations. Assuming you have completed yours, you may inform the deckhand that we are ready to depart.
Uh-oh.
Something left undone, my friends? If not, let us be off.
Hold on. There, it finally let go.
Oh.
Did I Pokeball?
No, not that I noticed.
It sure acted like I was Pokeballing. Alfie?
You see what I see? I talked to him already. Something left undone, my friends? If not, let us be off.
Hello, Kraken Arms! We're ready to sail the 7 seas! Actually, it's the 5 seas here.
All set, lass? I'll see you to the ship if so. You want a queue like this?
Board the misery.
There's a name!
And that's the ship.
Yeah. I have some problems with their naval architecture, but
12 be praised. Full sure was I that I had come too late.
Hello, Eorzea.
Eorzea? Tell me you haven't come all this way just to see us off.
Nay, my lady. Ere you quit these shores for eastern climes, I wished to share some words of seeming import. Look ye where the sun doth rise, see crimson embers, darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall, see azure lost amidst the squall.
That was cryptid.
Well, that sounds suitably foreboding. Another one of your prophecies, I presume?
Of far eastern origin, aye. It is mine earnest hope that this ancient wisdom may serve to guide you on your journey. For what dangers lie in wait for you upon those distant shores are yet beyond my knowing.
Oh, a parting gift befitting your roundabout ways. Thank you.
I have more than words for you, my lady.
Uh-oh.
Well,
That's quite the Aether Sword.
It's beautiful. Is it for me?
Though undeniably powerful, your ethereal blade taxeth you greatly in the wielding. Not so this rapier, which shall serve you just as well against all but the most formidable foe.
Impressive. It feels as though it's attuned to my ether. I shall treasure it.
Honored guests, say your farewells, for the moment of our parting draws nigh. A fair wind blows, and I mean to follow it.
Aye, aye, Captain.
It would seem our ship is set to sail. Pray give my regards to Thancred and the others. And take care.
yeah, that's the Kraken's arms.
That is a big mast ship.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the ship doesn't, like, lean forward and go blub.
Yeah,
much of
like
a
I said,
bow.
I have a lot of problems with their naval architecture.
Bow spirit. And that's the map of the known world, and we're all the way at the bottom, and oh, that doesn't look good. There's a whirlwind there. Or a whirlpool.
Mm-hmm.
A fine day, is it not? Fair winds and following seas. The Misery is enjoying herself. Nevertheless, it would not do for you to spend the entirety of our voyage above deck. Let me show you to your quarters.
Yep, see? Tataros are coming along with us.
Yep. Keeping an eye on her investment.
Is it supposed to
No.
do that?
Not under normal circumstances.
Captain! You're needed on deck! Something queer's afoot. The winds died down, the waters went still, and all of a sudden, we were dragged off course.
That's not
Dragged?
good.
By what?
Can't rightly say, sir. But some of the lads are muttering about seeing things in the water. Things are...
Oh, for the love of... If you will excuse me a moment.
Yeah, sorry,
Actually,
Kervalion, you
might I
made the
persuade you to
biggest
join me?
mistake.
Loath though I am to admit it, I have a bad feeling about this.
You invited adventurers on board, and adventurers are trouble magnets.
Always. Always, always, always. Oh, yeah. This...
Weather, wind.
It's like slightly better than tension, but...
Yes.
Kraken
I
arms,
forgot to make
deckhand.
this set. This ain't right. This ain't right at all. Huh. Odd. Most odd. Well, do you have any idea what's going on? No. As the man said, despite the absence of wind and current, the misery is somehow being pulled off course.
Well, why not fire up the cerulean engines you have hidden below?
An excellent suggestion based on knowledge you should not have. Alas, our engines appear to be malfunctioning for reasons that escape my engineers at present. I'm telling you, Captain, it's them things the lad saw. Things? I don't suppose I could convince you to attempt something more descriptive? An adjective, for example?
Really, Alphino?
Congratulations, Buckler. You formed a complete sentence. Next, we will have to introduce you to the wonderful world of proper nouns.
Oh, that's horrible. That's so Spuckler.
Yes, and Biba.
Yes.
Sea-wolf superstitions and fairy tales, not more. But if you must know, the things that she is so reticent to name are the souls of deceased women said to lure sailors to their deaths.
Ah, thus we're in the siren song C.
We've dealt with sirens before, or at least a siren.
Mm-hmm.
Preposterous!
We kicked her butt at least twice, if not more. Yes, indeed. If there is neither the sea nor the weather which is responsible, then it is probably a predatory entity of some sort, perhaps a siren or some such. For all we know, it could be a fellow spice trader employing Magitech to seize and plunder passing vessels. Regardless, we have but one recourse: to let the current take us where it will and deal with whatever we find there.
As aggressively as possible. What a thoroughly pragmatic suggestion. Oh, I am beginning to like you, girl. Once we arrive at our destination, my crew shall remain with the ship to defend it, while we venture forth to deal with the cause of your troubles. You realize what this means?
Then it's settled. I know not what awaits us, but it will rule the day it reeled us in.
It's gonna be punchin' time.
Woohoo! I can go a punchin'?
I don't know, are you in Monk?
No, I'm in Red Mage.
Well, then it's gonna be Red Mage in time.
And did I see that correct? We have duty support?
Yes. Though, you might want to throw us in queue and just to see how long it says it'll take. For a pair of DPS.
Or we could just two-man it.
Throw us in the queue, see what it says its average time is. I want to know. How many people are
9
being dragged
minutes.
off course by this tonight? It could be a lot worse. It could be a lot better.
I want to see what NPCs it gives me. It actually gives us Kervalian as a tank.
Okay, this we gotta see.
Ready to go a punching?
Yeah, Kervalian, Alphino, and Lise.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I want to check something here.
Sure.
Go tank. Then it's Lise and Eorzea for DPS.
Right.
But I shall dance my way through.
We need the XP, so let's go!
Let's go! But yeah, the first dungeon of the expansion.
And we actually hit it tonight, after saying we were going to hit it next week for over a month.
Yeah!
Oh, me being sick a week did not help. Me being sick still does not help.
I don't think these guys care.
And he is a full-on marauder.
Yep. A, not a surprise. B, actually something of a surprise for someone from Ishgard.
Yo, come on. Thank you.
Is he not picking up?
Yeah.
There's more of them. Yes, there are. There's always more of them.
You must be ahead of me.
Okay.
Which is kind of unusual.
Not by much. I mean,
but-
it's the second group of monsters.
Yeah, and they just showed up for me.
Okay. The power of Dancer and multi-target?
Yeah, Dancer is an AoE feat.
And with like 4 guys showing up at once.
Also, my guys are a little spread out, so the AoEs don't quite hit everybody all the time.
Yeah. Island dead ahead. All hands brace for impact. Yes, that was impact.
You are way
Seems
ahead
we
of
have
me.
not.
I still got 2 guys
Go
to
on
kill.
and greet our... Right. Go on and greet our host. The rest of us will patch up the ship. And I'll stand at the end of the bowsprit and catch up.
Yeah. All hands brace for impact! Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
No quarter!
Of course, do you know what your item level is with your current class?
I think it's lower than yours.
Yeah. Dancer is at 252.
Gaulian, give them no quarter. They want a quarter?
Oh dear, really?
Yes. Well, me, I just...
Oh, okay.
just, they want a quarter?
No quarter asked, no quarter given. What did he say? I think he wants a quarter. Thank you, Tick. Yeah, that Emer is taking a lot of hurting. There we go. Okay, I'm at the little bridge.
Yep, go on.
Okay. There is the no quarter. Certainly saying I'm not a half-bad dancer.
Take this!
And I do have a gear advantage. If I was doing dancer badly, I would not be getting ahead of you. And there goes the Hulk.
Yep, at first boss.
Okay, you were keeping up with me, maybe going a little faster than me during that part. Oh well, a ghost.
Yep.
You think it's because...
For some reason my guys on deck got spread out enough that I couldn't properly AoE them. Okay, Californian, go on. Go on. You know you want to. Go on. There we go.
Did you just now start them?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Okay, I started during that conversation.
Had to remind myself, don't jump back when I've got the stack marker. Don't jump back if I've got the stack marker.
Yes. So, my polite.
You know how many times I've seen Alice kill herself doing that?
Oh no.
Oh, yes!
I have my pride.
I bet you do, Alphino.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was kind of surprised
Yeah,
that
Carvalian.
actually had voiced lines.
Yeah. I seem to remember we've had him voiced before, but I'm not sure he was voiced at this point before.
And down.
Very good. Goostbark Ring of Casting.
Oh, look at what we have there. I don't think we've ever had a good look at that lighthouse.
We have. Maybe not when we first hit it, but I have been here and been able to see that before. Somewhat recently. Don't remember seeing the ghost ship show up like that. Though I think that's more just I was not looking the right way.
I think it was a case if you weren't looking the right way, because it's really hard to see any of this when people are running so fast and doing mega pulls.
Yeah.
I can believe these as being albatrosses far more than
The
pelicans.
Other ship. Earrings of flame. Earrings. That's not going to do much good.
Okay,
And there's her
you're ahead of me again.
Okay. Waiting at the bowsprit of the ghost ship. And when you get a chance, double check what your item level is.
241.
252. Not that big a difference, but certainly some. It appears to have been adrift for a while. Is that the crew? Not anymore.
Yeah, there's a bunch of undeads here. Skinless skipper.
And deckhand and the rest.
Alphino, don't stand in the bad stuff.
Yeah.
Alphino, seriously, don't stand
Really ill-advised around here.
bad stuff. Yeah, we almost lost Alphino there.
Oops.
You wanted to stand in the bad stuff.
Take this!
Great. Standing in front of second boss.
Yeah, you're slightly ahead of me.
Yeah.
Now remember, gear score is going to have more of an effect inside of trusts because
Yes.
the trust gear score is our own, so it gets effectively multiplied.
Yes. Still, a 10-point gear score, after a couple of expansions, shouldn't be making that big a difference. I think a lot of it is just the fact that Dancer is an AoE machine.
This
I
is
have
also
started.
true. Okay.
And there goes the limit break. Thank you, Lise.
Yep. Actually, it would have been better to hold that limit break for the next trash set, but there we go.
About right.
Here we go.
Maybe a little faster. Gooseberg Helm of Aiming. Not really something I use.
Aiming is for Dancer.
It is? Okay.
It appears this was a prison isle.
And with Lee's commenting a dungeon.
Yep. An undead warden.
Yes. Intruders to arms! There's a lot of arms.
Arms Begimbo?
Something like that.
Yeah, Arms Akimbo, that was it.
Away with you.
Akimbo. Arms akimbo.
Yes.
Having your arms on your ear hips is akimbo. And that's the way he always is. Once again, thank you, Tick.
Release!
And if I remember right, there was a little chest stuck in a nook here.
Yes.
That
Yes.
can be easily overlooked.
Back
if
one
you're-
on the left.
Yep.
Bracelet of Healing. I happen to be facing it. And now it's raining.
Of course it's raining. It's always raining.
I dare say we shall soon meet our host. I tremble for the anticipation. Alphino is not taking this one so well.
No, he's not.
Away with you!
There we go. I don't know what those were, but they look creepy.
What?
The glowing blue things. Oh, and another coffer.
I believe those are effectively curse or voodoo satchels.
Yeah. Fleshless captive.
Take this!
Release!
There we go.
Yeah, coming up on mapping the realm and city.
Yes.
This is the design. Ship graveyard. You ready? Is that the ghost of a
Yes.
siren? Source of the legend, it would seem.
When you are ready.
The Corvallian was ready a few seconds ago. Sorry.
That's okay.
He insisted.
Now I have to be careful to
Yeah,
not
get the
jump
right
back
forced march.
through the entrance and
Through the
reset,
bubbles.
reset the
Oh.
encounter.
Okay, yeah. Well, after a few seconds, it'll seal off. I take it you've done this?
Yes, it is easy to do with
dear.
Red Mage. Because it seals off long after you've finished your opening verse, which of course includes a comeback.
Okay, this is getting trickier. Okay, advance. That's what it is. Nope. Darn it. Time to move. Ding.
Very nice. 1% to go.
Nice.
And ding as well.
Oh, very good.
Night night.
Mm-hmm. One or more party members have yet to complete this duty. Second chance points added to your journal.
Like we never do anything with the journal. Ooh, a music roll.
Ooh. I think I got one. Oh, well.
Okay, you 3 or 4. Couldn't quite get them all there.
We started getting calm.
Alfie was like, can we leave now, please?
Mm-hmm.
That appears to be the last of them.
You are a little ahead of me.
Yeah.
Out from the misery. Repairs are complete, and we may resume our journey without further delay.
I swear, if I never hear another ghost
Abigail.
story, it will be too soon.
There will be more ghost stories. Don't you worry about that.
I remember the
Welcome
sea,
to the Far East.
the smell of the salt, and the crash of the waves as we drew closer to Kugane.
Now that's a city.
Yeah.
The only port open to outsiders in Hingashi, across the Ruby Sea from Othard, from Doma.
Gratuitous lens flare, 10-yard penalty, replay the down.
The colors of the rainbow, all the peoples of the world, all in one place. I wish you could have seen it.
And there's Kugane Tower.
Now, what is truly special about this zone?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
It's pretty.
What's different from anything seen before?
The fact that it's not split into other zones.
Yeah, this is a hub city zone, and it's one zone. Because they finally stopped supporting the PS3 with this expansion.
Yep.
So they could rely on machines having enough memory to take the entire city at once. Before we go anywhere, though, let's see here. Earrings. Earrings are useless.
Oh, did it. By the way, I hit 62.
Yes, you did, and so did I. How many 62s do you have?
2. Monk and Red Mage.
This is my third. Dragoon, White Mage, and Dancer for me. So Black Mage, which is like 3/4 of the way through, and Warrior. First, casting.
Items here. Oh yeah, that's a little bit of an upgrade.
Equipping does not. Dancer. Helm. And Bracelet of Healing. That's more like it.
I don't know if those boots go with the rest of the set, but it is what it is. Amy.
It gave me a red mage sword.
Oops. I got a white mage cane.
Yeah. Now that you can use. Trooper of healing. Healing. Okay. Trooper. Oh! Okay, 255. That's a little bit better. Gaskins of aiming. Right. 60. Goodbye, Poofy Pants. I will miss you. I will glamour you.
No more poofy pants.
Oh. Healing. Mostly healing gear. 260, 210. Oh yeah, it's replacing the Aura's Scourge.
So, what should I work on next? Ninja or Dancer?
Dance away. I'll be warrioring it for a little bit because Black Mage is already getting close to level.
Okay, dance it is. So,
Okay.
Tataru? Strange, is it just me? Or is the ground swaying? Someone has her
You've
sea
been too long at
legs.
sea. Yes. Speaking of, the deckhand. Thanks again for saving us from certain death at the hands of Lorelei and whatnot. We'll not soon forget it.
You're welcome.
By the 12, I have never been happier to be back on terra firma. Our voyage has instilled in me a new appreciation for surfaces which do not move of their own accord.
I don't know what I was expecting, but that wasn't this. It's very colorful, is it not? Yes. Yes, it is. It's also probably one of their best realized city environments.
Yeah. Yes. I'd say Razdad Han is about as good. Congratulations. You now stand in Kugane, the western port of Hingashi. Regrettably, the only port in this nation open to foreign trade. Oh, and I do apologize for the unforeseen difficulties which befell us during our journey. Needless to say, your assistance in overcoming them was much appreciated. Oh, great.
Healing.
And we were
Nothing more
doing healing. Incidentally speaking, yeah, oops.
My current trousers are better than the ones I just selected. Oh
Yeah,
well.
same here. They were better than what I was wearing when I went into the dungeon, but I came out with the Ghost Spark 3s of healing.
Yeah, well.
Yep.
Shall we do a touchy-touchy, or do we want to do that for the big show around?
We can do touchy-touchy. Hold on a moment, though.
Well, if anything, we can pokey
Yeah,
this
nothing
guy.
special. Yes. And back to Warrior. Yes. Falcon Porter, which is their equivalent to the Chocobo Porters.
And touchy-touchy.
Yeah, get the initial Aetherite Shard. Get the
Main hub.
main Aetherite, and then I've heard rumors of sushi around here.
Ooh.
So that is a table full of a lot of drinks.
Drinking is good. We're all adults here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Do you want sushi or the drinks?
Yes.
Okay. Let us go find ourselves a place to sit.
I hear they serve dango here in the little tea house too. Though I've never seen said dango.
Remember,
I've just...
find a comfortable position. You're gonna be stuck like that for a week.
Oh look, sushi waiting for us. How awesome!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that vista
Somebody ordered
is,
it for us.
Special.
Yes, Rylea does not have that vista. And probably won't until she gets around to taking Blue Mage.
Something might be arranged. Anyway, it is time and past time to call it a night. Thank you all very much for joining us this evening. We will be
Yes.
back tomorrow for more fumbling around with Theron and Rylea, probably on the moon.
Oh, At some point, we should do the society because we need to do a round, and then we get the next story bit.
Yeah.
Also, we are set for the next Wachumeki bit.
And keep in mind, there's a second society is already dropped. We need to open that up.
I know. Yeah, that too. But the first thing is to try and continue pushing through the one we're in.
With that said, I'm going to shuffle everyone who's watching over on Twitch over to Caradwin, who is continuing with his great love and passion that is Oblivion.
The Elder Scrolls.
Yes, that is the Elder Scrolls. He just adores the Elder Scrolls. I think everyone there's been beaten with an ugly stick, but to your own. With that said,
everyone have a great night. Glad you joined us. See us here again tomorrow at 9:30 Pacific.
Yes. Good night, all.